Hi guys, Michelle Visser here, author of Sweet Maple, Backyard Sugar Making from Tap to Table. I wanted to talk for a minute about how to identify a sugar maple and why you might care. If you have any maple whatsoever on your property, I highly recommend that you tap it. All maple trees produce wonderful amounts of sap and boil down to a sweet syrup. But if you want to tap the holy grail of maple trees, the holy grail of all deciduous trees, then you want to look specifically for a sugar maple. And you want to look for a few distinguishing factors to know it's a sugar maple and not a different maple. First of all, you want to check the edges of the leaf. This is not a good example right here because this leaf has had a bad fungus and it's really an ugly leaf that I picked up here. But the edges are smooth. Unlike a red maple, you're going to have serrated edges. I do not have a red maple leaf here, but I can show you a serrated leaf edge. If you can see that up close, see how it's rough? And then the sugar maple is smooth. Okay, so first of all, smooth edges. Second of all, a sugar maple is going to have 5 lobes. It's kind of hard to see your little ones down here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A red maple is only going to have 3 lobes. Now, a silver maple is also going to have 5 lobes, but notice how fat these lobes are. A sweet maple is a fat leaf. A silver maple is going to have very thin lobes, like fingers. It's going to be a much smaller leaf overall. Also, you can notice where the lobes connect, or anywhere along the leaf, really. Anywhere you have this dip, it's going to be a U shape, whereas red maple is going to have a V shape where the lobes connect. And color doesn't really help a whole lot, but your sugar maple, your silver maple, and other varieties of maples can turn any range of colors from yellow to orange to red. So color doesn't help you a whole lot. And then finally, if you don't have leaves and you're just wanting to know, is this a good tree to tap? Well, let me back up and tell you, there are actually 30 trees that you can... The cat is rubbing against my tripod. Come here, Miss Kitty. Come here. There are actually 30 trees that you can tap to make amazing syrups. If you want to know more about that, check out Sweet Maple. There's a lot of information in my book about that. But if you want to identify a maple tree and you don't have leaves, you can get the branch of the tree. Now, I should have looked for one before I started filming. Let me show you a bad example. This is not a maple branch because a maple tree has opposite branches, and the smaller branches coming off of the main one are always going to be right opposite each other the entire length of the branch. So even if you don't have leaves, you can look at the branches and you can identify that. Now, there are 4 trees in nature that have this distinguishing kind of branch, but the other 3 you can easily tell are not a maple tree: dogwood, ash, and chestnut. So there you have it. I hope that helps you get out there and tap some amazing maple trees so that when sugar season comes around, you are ready for some amazing syrup. Miss Kitty, you need to stop shaking my camera. Yeah, come here. Barn cats really do have a mind of their own. I guess all cats do.